Hello YouTubies, this is King Scribe, and I just want to say something personal here. I am absolutely flabbergasted, and I've lost all respect for humanity recently. All respect. I don't understand how people can fall for the cult mentality, but they are doing. I am seeing bullshit after bullshit after bullshit in the media, and people just not seeing through the bullshit. And here's one particular story. The vegan cult came up with this type of campaign, and it was to save a cow, right? And to put spin on it, to put the emotional background onto it, they wanted to join up with the homosexual cult, which is a cult in its own way. Because recently they've been going after the church, saying, you know, we should get married in your church, when the church calls them queers and weirdos. You know, why would the church want to marry somebody who, when it's against their own religious settings? They're not going to change for that. I mean, it's written in the great book, and these gays and homosexuals actually believe in that book in the first place. I think something's going on. That doesn't actually make fucking sense to me. You know, why exactly would they want to get married to another cult that actually says so many bad things about them in the fucking Bible? Why would you want to believe in something like that in the first place? I mean, why not just create your own church, or, you know, go to a place where you can get married that's not part of a religious setting that's against you as a people? But oh no, they want to go after the church. They want to, you know, have homosexual relationships in churches, and that is something I'm against. But I am not against homosexuals as a way of life. If they want to go home and bang each other, that's fair enough with me. But, you know, don't actually start attacking any other cults out there. You know, I don't mind actually if you have a war with the cults, because I think whenever these cults have wars, it's always funny. But it's always a tragedy when a cult like a church loses to a cult like the homosexual cult, which is just going a little bit nuts in themselves. They've also created this gay magazine, which I suppose probably needs doing to make sure that they don't get bullied. But the problem I have with them is some of the things they've been doing recently, and they've joined up with the vegan cult, who came up with this strange campaign that there was a cow that needs saving, and to put spin on it, they said that the cow was homosexual. How absurd is that? How absurd is it? How can you actually call an animal homosexual? I mean, animals do all sorts of stupid things. Animals have sex with each other, dogs bang your legs, etc. They're not homosexual or anything. They're just randy little buggers. You know, they fuck anything if they can. They fuck a lamppost if they could. It's got nothing to do with homosexuality. But the gay magazine was going on about it, which means they're acting like a cult. And then we got these two people came on, these two editors, and they came on in a video. And they labelled the video a comedy, by the way, so it was very difficult first to actually distinguish whether this was actually a comedy or actually a campaign. But they're saying that a cow was gay and it needed saving. And it did sound like a fucking satire, I have to be honest, and they labelled it as such. And then later, after enough funds had been raised, they took away the comedy underneath the video and changed it to news and activism. You sneaky fuckers. You've distorted money out of people, and you've done it in a sneaky way. That makes you guys a cult. Alright? It justifies the means to actually lie and deceive other people, when you can actually claim that this was all satire and comedy at first. But then when people actually start donating to you, you take the money. When you know, that other weirdo from The Simpsons who actually gave £5,000 to save this bull is another vegan cult maniac. I understand why people, you know, want to save animals. I understand the emotional impact they have. I mean, they some of them might actually be good people, but I don't understand why they can't see through the bullshit. How is the cow being gay got anything to do with it being slaughtered? You know, they're claiming that. You don't know that. I mean, when I was looking at the cow, it was fully growing. It was time for it to be processed. You know, there's other cows and bulls out there that get killed at a much younger age than that bull. And then suddenly people go out over the top, they go fucking crazy about it, and they start campaigning about it and donating money. You guys are being fucking ripped off. You guys are fucking fools. You're being misled. I mean, this is just a campaign to actually raise money, but also for the vegan cult. I mean, it's a victory for the animal activists, really, and the vegan cult rather than the gay community, because they've actually taken the piss out of themselves. That's what they've done. They've embarrassed themselves. I mean, even some of the homosexuals must think this is a little bit fucking strange. This is going a bit over the top. But yeah, they were believing it. Some of them were just lapping it up. You know, they're coming onto, you know, Facebook saying, "Oh my God, you know, you guys who are campaigning to put Benjy in a fucking bun. I was sick." Yeah, it's a fucking joke, guys. But the whole point was to rip the piss out of this strange campaign that was going on, because if the vegan cult get their own way, if they get exactly what they want, nobody would be eating salmon, nobody would be eating eggs, nobody would be eating veal, beef, sheep, lamb, nobody having a kebab. You wouldn't be having fish and chips. You'll be having GMO crops. That's exactly what will happen, because that's what they want. And they convince people. I saw this fucking weirdo once many years ago, was pointing at, you know, certain areas of his face and body, saying, "Oh, I can tell when there's something wrong with him," and they touch the head like this. It means that they must be feeling a bit dizzy. It must be a vitamin C deficiency or something. He was going fucking bonkers, and that is a clear demonstration of when you're dealing with a fucking cult. Oh my God. And anybody asks why I've got a cough, it's because I've been drinking some Coke, and that's another thing, you know. All the bad food, all the bad toxins in our diet, where did they come from? Sugar, aspartame, artificial sweeteners. Where do they come from? Not from an animal, are they? Are they vegan? That means they don't have any animal produce in it? Yeah, they are. How about that? So, the worst thing for you in our diets is vegan stuff, and they want us to eat more of this. They want us to eat all this bread, etc., so we actually die younger. And they say, "Oh, welcome to cancer." Well, sugar is more likely to give you cancer than anything else. I mean, I'm safe enough eating my fucking burger and chips. I don't mind a bit of vegan stuff, as long as this sort of bullshit isn't put in my face. And I am disgusted with it. I'm disgusted with people just falling into it like fucking mindless zombies. There's something not quite right with people to actually believe in this. I don't understand why I am able to see through the bullshit. Why I am able to see through the trivial nature of calling a cow gay, so the vegan cults have this sort of victory. And then they get this weirdo from The Simpsons, who was one of the ex-directors or something, to actually buy the campaign for them and get the animal onto a sanctuary where it will actually eventually be minced up and ground down and the meat grind and sold for produce anyway. So it's a rather trivial campaign. I mean, that money would have been better spent on other people who really needed it. This is the problem with humanity. You know, they're wasting their own finances on trivial things. Watching fucking X Factor. I do that. But also, you know, saving a fucking bull just because somebody claims it to be gay. That is absurd in nature. I am absolutely flabbergasted what's happened recently. And I'm sort of upset about it. That I call it a burger. Benjy should have been in a fucking bun by now. Alright? Benjy should have been in the bun on my fucking breakfast table, dinner table and tea and supper. He should have been in the bun for me, because these animals are pretty tasty. Just do you think how many people are starving in the world? How many people would Benjy be able to feed in those starving countries? And you guys bought that cow for a fucking animal farm when you could have sent it over to Ethiopia and chopped it up and spread it out for burgers, etc., for them to eat. So you haven't done mankind a justice at all. You've done some really bad things. Yeah, I mean, the vegan community is acting like a cult at the moment, and it's a shame. I understand that they really do want to save animals, alright? And I am somebody who actually believes that animals should be free range because they're actually better for you to eat if they are free range. Maybe it's not because I care about the animals, but because... Actually, that's wrong. I do actually care about the animals. I do think they should be treated well, and I also don't think they should see their relatives killed. But I understand that people need to eat. People need to taste the meat in their mouth at times, and because of that, these animals do need to be processed as food, just like they would be in the wild. You think it's any different in the wild? These animals are being ripped up by fucking tigers alive. We're not doing anything different. They're used to it. In fact, they might actually like it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye for now. See you later.